These are 5 extremely haunted objects in the world. Number 5. Legend has it that whenever someone's head is removed from their body, they cannot rest because their body and soul are not whole, so they cannot move on. The skull of Bettis Goman is that of a Jamaican slave who was angered at being sold into slavery and taken away from his home and family. So on his deathbed he swore that he would never rest until his body was returned to his homeland. After his burial there are many accounts of people who said they could hear screams and cries from the graveyard. Other disturbances were said to have come from inside the manor house where he was enslaved, and for some reason his skull is still there today. The rest of his skeleton has been lost. Number 4. 150 years ago, Jacob Corley ordered his African-American slave Hosie to build a chest for his first child. Hosie set to work, creating the wooden chest, but for some unknown reason his master was displeased with his efforts, and beat him so hard that he killed him. Corley's other slaves, who were also friends with Hosie, vowed to avenge him, so they planned a ritual and got a conjurer man to place a curse on the chest. Corley's firstborn son died as an infant, and there are 17 other deaths also attributed to the curse of the chest. The curse has been removed and the chest is on display at the Kentucky History Museum in Frankfurt. Number 3. In February 1987, Alan and Debbie Tallman brought some bunk beds for their children, but they were placed in the basement for a few months until they could be moved upstairs into the children's room. For the entire 9 months that the bunk beds were placed inside the house, there was a number of mysterious encounters that the family could not explain. When listening to the radio, it would begin to change stations. The children became ill, and when they slept in the beds they said they could see a witch. Not taking any risks, the family brought in a pastor to cleanse the house, and although the activity died down, it quickly turned sinister. Alan come home one day to hear a voice luring him into the garage saying "come here" when he saw that the room was on fire. He ran out to get a fire extinguisher, and on his return the fire had disappeared. The only logical reason was to burn the bunk beds, and once they were destroyed the activity stopped. Number 2. In 1920, movie star Rudolph Valentino was looking in a jewelry store in San Francisco when a plain silver ring decorated with a semi-precious stone caught his eye. He was so amazed by it that he promptly bought it off the jeweler, who was a little anxious into selling it. He claimed it was cursed, but that only made Valentino more interested in it. The shopkeeper reluctantly sold it to him. After purchasing the ring, his career flopped and he died not long after. His lover, who also wore the ring, became mysteriously ill, and the person who played him in a biography of his life also died having worn the ring. Years later, a man named Joe Casino brought the ring and waited 7 years until he thought the curse was lifted. He died a week later. Number 1. What used to be a plantation is now a modern-day bed and breakfast, and a supposedly haunted one at that. The story dates back to 1817, where the owner, Sarah, moved in with her husband and their children. A slave girl named Chloe was a resident of the house under their employment. Chloe was then caught eavesdropping on Clark, Zara's husband, and as punishment he cut off one of her ears. In order to hide her mutilation, Chloe wore a green turban to cover up her shame. She decided to make amends for her curiosity by saving his family from an ill fate that she would set up, except it all went horribly wrong. She poisoned a birthday cake but got the doses wrong, killing Zara and her children. Chloe confessed to the other slaves, who were terrified that they would be killed by association, so they hung Chloe and hid her body. Whenever a family member dies, tradition dictates that you are supposed to cover all mirrors in the house so that the spirits don't get lost or trapped. One mirror in the house was missed, and it is said that the 4 women are stuck there. There have been sightings of the 4 of them. Children's handprints are seen in the mirror as well as the women themselves. So that was 5 haunted objects in the world. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more countdown videos.